Hey, what's up guys? If you're an affiliate marketer or you're looking to become one and you just want a couple of answers as to what to expect, how to cut through the crap and actually learn exactly what you need in order to start building a sustainable business online, stick around. I'm going to do a video that's going to help you guys out massively. I will catch you guys right after this. All right, welcome back guys. Thank you very much for joining me in today's video. If this is the first time on the channel, I'd like to say a very warm welcome to you. My name is Jamie. I'm a full-time affiliate marketer, digital ad strategist. I'm a coach for a program that's just won the 2 Comma Club award from ClickFunnels called the Super Affiliate Accelerator. Absolutely loving it, getting some great results for our students. And there is a link below this video if you'd like to check out what we're up to and whether that is something that is going to help you out. Now, having said that, the purpose of this video is really just to give you guys a bit of an idea and condense down some of the learnings that I've taken over the last decade and help you guys cut through all the bullshit that's out there and understand some of the concepts, the goods, the bads, and like it says there, the aesthetically unpleasantness of the affiliate marketing game. So anyway, without further ado, let's jive straight into it. Yeah, let's jive straight into it and also dive as well. Let's do both of those at the same time. Kind of like dancing underwater almost. Right. Okay, so this may or may not depict you. I don't know why I chose a photo of what appears to be, well, it's actually not a photo, it's a painting, isn't it? It depicts what appears to be a somewhat disgruntled man of perhaps Italian descent with a pizza base on his head. Anyway, frustrated because you're looking at all the information out there, you don't really know where to turn. So last time I checked, there was 3.72 billion results when you typed in how to make money online. Now, human brain is not really designed to filter out all that data. And what tends to happen, the way that I like to look at this is going back to my friend just before on the other slide, is kind of like going to a restaurant, and sometimes you go to a restaurant, there's like 500 things on the menu. Your brain just cannot work out what you want. So you end up sitting there for about an hour trying to choose what you would like to eat, when in reality, if you go to, say, a wedding, for example, where you've got maybe 5 or 6 items on the menu, it's obviously a lot easier to choose, right? So that's one of the issues with the affiliate marketing game in general, is that you get told you need all this stuff. It's very hard to wade through all the information, hence why people's, I guess, trust levels really drop when they jump online. So here's the guts of it. This is what you do need in order to start your affiliate marketing business. First and foremost, you do need something to promote. You need an offer. Now, my strong advice is to promote something that pays you $500 or more per sale. Quite simply because if you look at whatever your income goals are, the mathematics behind that will always show that selling something and making $500 to $1,000 is going to get you towards those goals a lot quicker than if you're selling something for like 20 bucks, right? So the next thing you need is a method of conversion. Now, just circling back to the previous slide really quickly, a lot of the time when you start down this path, you get told you need a funnel, you get told that you need email marketing, that you need all this stuff. And so if you look at that from a linear scale, there's a lot of moving parts that go into that, and building out content to actually help people out as I'm learning stuff. So a couple of ideas here. You got a funnel, one-to-one, which is quite literally just messaging people and jumping on Zoom or calls, whatever the case may be. That's my preference, just because it allows you to build that relationship with that person a lot easier. And there's also the one-to-many route, which is things like webinars, seminars, workshops. You could probably make a solid argument that maybe a funnel might be a one-to-many approach as well. But anyway, those are the methods of conversion. This is the second component that you need. The last part of it really is an audience or traffic. And so you need to consider, where are you going to get the traffic from? How are you going to put out content to get in front of them? Now, if you are a complete introvert, the good news is that you don't necessarily need to go out and build a brand, although that, in my opinion and my experience, that is the fastest pathway to get you from wherever you are on the outside looking in towards getting income from your affiliate business. However, there are other ways. Another way is by blogging. That means you can be completely anonymous and behind the scenes. The downside of blogging, however, is that it can take a considerable amount of time for you to actually get any rankings on Google. Google can change its algorithm at any time, and it can be a little bit tricky in order to, I guess, build up that that content base as well. You do need to be pretty consistent with that. Like I say, my preference is a personal brand, but then the downside of a personal brand is you're making the conscious choice to put yourself out there. Not everyone is going to be comfortable with that either. If you're interested in getting coaching and all that sort of stuff, help with this stuff, it starts at $1,000. We also have a core program that is 2,500 at the time of recording. And again, it's completely badass. There is some information I can throw your way if you're interested in learning more. At the time of recording, we have over 570 students. We have hundreds of success stories. A lot of our students have gone on to hit six figures, to leave their jobs, to go on and build out their own programs, become coaches, do all sorts of incredible stuff, even blow up businesses that aren't related to affiliate marketing, because what we teach is on the basis of the fundamentals of sales, of marketing, branding, offer creation, all that sort of stuff. And the reality is it's a clear pathway to hitting your goals. But here's the truth of it. No sales page is actually going to tell you this, because it's the truth, and this isn't really a buying trigger for most people. But seriously, this shit is not easy at all. And look, it is a business. Business can be frustrating. It can have its ups and downs. You're dealing with people, and as much as I love you all, there are times when some people, we don't resonate. They don't like my messaging. They don't like me, so on and so forth. And sometimes that's really hard to deal with. And so that's the thing. That's the truth of it all. You also have to deal with your own mindset, which is probably the biggest challenge for most of us, where not all of us believe we can make it happen. And sometimes these subconscious disconnects can pop up and sort of sabotage what we're doing. So it isn't easy, but I tell you what, once you figure it out and you go down this pathway and you give it your all and you make it work, it is an incredible feeling to be able to get your wife out of the workforce or your partner. It is an incredible feeling to be able to earn a substantial income from your home, have time freedom, location freedom, all that stuff. I tell you what, this has been a pathway and a half for me, but I wouldn't change it. And there's no way I will ever go back to the workforce after I've tasted this sweet, sweet candy on the other side. So anyway, that's my blatant pitch for you guys there. Right. So here's what I suggest. And this has got me to my first 10K online. Basically, you find an offer. Now, of course, I have one available, but if you don't have a budget for that, there are other options out there. Have a look at the likes of clickbank.com. There are a few high-ticket products there. Now, like I say, I really would highly encourage you guys just to stick with something that pays you $500 or more per sale, because you're doing the work, you might as well get paid, right? And the reality is that if you're online, a lot of people think that everything should be free, because here you are watching this on YouTube, which is free. You're probably going on Facebook or Instagram, which is technically free, all that sort of stuff, right? So therefore, a lot of people have this warped sense of reality where they think that they can bootstrap it, which you can. That's what I did for many years. However, I also didn't make any money during that time. And so you need to treat this as a business, right? So you need to be prepared to invest in yourself. And if you're not, then I would encourage you to just find a way to get a budget. This is business, and business does involve investment, even when you're bootstrapping. Right. A conversion process. So find one. I personally leverage Facebook one-to-one. What I mean by that is that I have turned my profile into a type of funnel. So when people land on my page, on my Facebook profile, they can get a sense of who I am, what I'm about. I feed them content which helps them out, shows a little bit of my lifestyle, ideally makes offers pretty much all the time if I can, and makes it fairly apparent that I've got something badass that I want to sell and help people out with. And I think that's probably the operative word right there, or operative part of that sentence, is help people out. If you don't believe that what you have can help someone else out, then it's going to be an incongruent. It's going to be incongruent with your subconscious, and you're going to basically sabotage yourself. So make sure that you believe in the product that you are promoting as well. Now, of course, you could go down the pathway of building out funnels. Like I say, there's a lot of moving parts that go into that. And if you are new, it's just a ton of energy and time that goes into learning all that stuff. I'm not saying it's not doable. I'm just suggesting that there is an easy way. And I think once you understand that, if you're able to take nothing more than a social media profile, and I would stick to one to start with, by the way, and you're able to build an audience, you're able to build a relationship with that audience, and you're able to sell to that audience in a way that is congruent with who you are, that actually helps your audience out, that they want to come back for more, it's an incredible feeling. And from that point, You then have cash flow, and cash flow is something that you then invest into your business even further to build out your funnels, to build out your email sequences, to start throwing some money into ads, things like that. And that's how you ramp it up from a simplistic basis onwards. Right, audience. So again, like I say, I've got a Facebook group. You're welcome to check that out on the link below this video. And of course, I use my profile. Now, those are my two main audiences. And of course, here I am on the old YouTubes as well. Pumped out a bunch of content over the years, and I'll probably just keep doing this because I enjoy the process and hopefully help a few people out along the way. What I would suggest, however, is that you stick with one. Now, if you don't want to go on Facebook, I completely get it. I know not everyone likes the old Zucks. So although I feel like I shouldn't say his name too loud just in case he's listening to me right now as we speak. But anyway, choose your platform. Doesn't matter what it is. Like if it's Instagram, that's completely fine. This is going to work on that as well. If it's Pinterest, same sort of deal, although to a lesser extent, I'd assume. I just like Facebook because of the numbers. There's 1.78 billion people at the time of recording on that platform. You got 15 million people in the United States alone. Forget all the other countries that have expressed an interest in affiliate marketing. And because affiliate marketing is an evergreen niche, it means that there's always new people interested. There's always someone that is looking to get offline. They're looking to get online, sorry. So it means that our audience is always there, which is really cool. All right. So the first part of it is you need to clean. So this is on the assumption that you're going to leverage your Facebook profile. And believe me, there are people that are making 7 figures just off their profile alone. So it is pretty powerful stuff. So the first part of it is you clean up your act. You go and let's say that you're a conspiracy theorist, or you're like, you love war and stuff, so you put a lot of stuff like that on. You got to think. Now, I'm not criticizing this, by the way. What I'm suggesting is that you have a think about the ramifications of having that type of stuff on your timeline. What representation are you giving off to your audience when you are putting the stuff out there? And again, do people really need to see your drunken exploits? That's something that I had to clean a lot up. Whoops. Anyway, had a fun youth. Right. So next part. Here's what you want to do. You want to start putting out content, right? So the first part of it is results. Now, what I mean by that is you need to formulate your own credibility, because as a brand, people need to see you as a leader. And this is the uncomfortable part, by the way. If you're an introvert, it is uncomfortable, but I can assure you we have had introverts come through and absolutely smash it without getting on camera, none of that fancy stuff. Like, this can work for that as well. Now, the first part of it is results. Now, of course, you're not going to have results if you're brand new. So what do? You have to create your own results. You have to manufacture your own credibility. Now, you can do that in a very genuine way. I'm not talking about being disingenuous on any stretch of the imagination. What you do is you basically go out there and you start getting a result of any kind. Now, a result can be anything. It can be getting increased engagement on your content. It can be getting a few inbound leads. It can be someone else's results. Now, of course, don't plagiarize. I'm not saying that. Don't come back to this video and go, Jamie told me I should copy this thing. But if you're part of a program and the people within that program are getting some fantastic results, you can leverage that. Now, of course, you don't claim it as your own. You say things like, I'm so happy to be part of this program. Look at the amazing results people are getting. Hit me up if you want to learn more. Things like that. Now, this is the hardest part. This initial phase that you go through is categorically the hardest part of this entire process, because it's what I call the pre-validation phase. And what that means is that you start down this path, you don't fully believe that it can be real for yourself. And there's a part of your subconscious that sees the numbers. You see these crazy numbers getting thrown around, the 50K months, the 30K months, the 40, 50, whatever it is, right? 100K months. And you think, gosh, that feels like a lot of money, because it is. That's why. And for most of us, we haven't seen those types of numbers before. So when we start down this path, we don't fully believe that it can be real. We wonder, am I going crazy doing this? This is mental. Like, am I doing the right thing? And then eventually, if you stick with it and you're consistent and you focus on the fundamentals of sales and marketing and you're reaching people, all that sort of stuff, you will start making sales. It's as easy as that. And then once you do, this amazing snowball thing happens where one sale will often turn into another and another and another. In fact, all of our students that have gone on to build 6-figure businesses have done exactly that. They've really maintained that momentum and then started building out the back end of their business as they go through. Really cool stuff. Right. Next part of it is value. So value, what am I talking about here? Now, let's assume that everyone who is watching at this point is brand new. And you've maybe been having a look around online for a little while, and you thought, you need funnels and solo ads and all that sort of bullshit. There's a little side tip actually. Anyone that catches it at this stage, don't touch solo ads. I've met 3 people in 10 years that have made money from buying solo ads, and it's kind of like one of those sayings, or that old saying, I think it is, the richest person in the gold rush is the one selling the shovels. So just keep that in mind. It should be illegal, I think. Personally, I really don't like them. But anyway, so value. Throw out value. And you might be thinking, well, I don't have any value. I don't know anything. But what you can do is you can document your progress. You can document how you got from A to B. You can document, hey, this is affiliate marketing. It's selling other people's products and taking commission to do so. It's the same as selling a car or a house. Same deal. Pretty cool, but it's done online. If you'd like to learn more, let me know. This is why I prefer digital products as opposed to physical products, because there's no deliverability, there's no supply chain issues, the margins are high, blah, blah, blah. And as you learn this stuff, you're going to start documenting that as part of your journey. These are the reasons why I want to get into this industry. This is the mindset that I need to have in order to excel in this industry, things like that. And so this builds, by the way, the more you learn, the more you have under your belt that you can start helping other people out with. And the cool thing is that you don't need to be an expert. And the reason why this whole process works immaculately well is because it's based off the premise that you are being you're being genuine, and you're just the person next door that happens to be doing this online stuff, happens to be making money out of it. That there is incredibly compelling. It's way more compelling and way more, persuasive than, say, someone who's blatting around in a Lamborghini. Like, that feels so far removed from most people's consciousness, because our financial thermostats aren't at that level, right? Kind of cool, right? The last part of it is lifestyle. So you need to build up the know, like, and trust factor. And what I mean by that is you need to put out content that just shows a little bit of your lifestyle, a little bit of who you are, having dinner, going out with friends, holidays if you're allowed to travel, all that sort of stuff, right? And the reason why this is really powerful is because when you find yourself in a sales environment, and that person is predisposed to who you are because they already know, like, and trust you based off the way that you communicate and your jokes and who you are as a person, it is incredibly powerful. So these 3 here, one of them builds your credibility, the next one builds your authority, and the last one builds the know, like, and trust factor. So use those, and it will build upon itself as you go through this process. All right, what else? So you need to go find where your people are. So assuming you've gone and done your homework, and there are a few recommendations in terms of products. If you don't have a budget, by the way, hit me up if you're interested in learning more about that. But find where your people are. So you got your offer, you got your product, and you're out there and you're thinking, okay, well, I was interested in affiliate marketing. What did I do when I started looking at it? I went into groups and forums and all that sort of stuff, and you start reverse engineering your own steps. Where did you go to learn this stuff? And what you ideally want to do is you want to, if you're doing this via Facebook, you go and befriend people. Minimum of 10 to 20 per day. Build up to it as well, by the way. So, start with 10, maybe 12 tomorrow, so on and so forth. Now, the reason why this is really powerful is because not everyone's going to accept your friend request. And that's completely fine. It's part of the business. But eventually some people will. And each one could be a potential lead. Now, of course, not everyone's going to buy it. That's completely fine. Sometimes you just make a really great connection, and that's just part of the game. You ideally want to help some of those people out. Now, of course, you may be brand new. You might be thinking, well, I don't really know how I can help anyone out. This is ridiculous. But it goes a little bit deeper than that. Maybe it's just building a connection. Hey, just thought I'd reach out. I noticed that you're based in Timbuktu. Weather seems nice there at the moment. What's it like? Cool. I notice you're part of this group. Are you doing some online stuff as well? Great. What are you up to? And so eventually the conversation unrolls. And so whether that transpires into anything or nothing at all, that's completely fine. It's just part of the process. And this is just how you do it. You start building up your repertoire within your own audience. And then the last part of it is you need to sell a high ticket offer. Like I say, if you're aiming for 10K per month, I can assure you from experience, from a student's experience, from basically everything I've read and experienced myself, it is a lot easier to sell 10 items where you make $1,000 each than it is to sell 100 items at $100 each. So stick with high ticket, and you can offset it as well. So it's not I'm not saying dismiss having low ticket offers. I'm saying stick with high ticket as your focal point and have 1 or 2 lower ticket items you can sell on the days that you're not making the high ticket ones. And then start building out your funnels. Once you've made a bit of headway with all this, build out your funnels, but do it after you've done that. Because then, like I say, you have the confidence in having built an audience and sold to it with no techie stuff and no gadgetry or anything like that. Pretty damn cool, right? And this is what we teach as part of our overall coaching, right? So, like I say, no complex funnels. There's no email marketing at this stage. Again, it is one thing that you probably do want to add to your business eventually. No videos. Like, yeah, I know this is kind of ironic. And if you are super introverted, you don't have to do videos. We've got a very successful student that was absolutely self-confessed massive introvert. Actually, she's just a tiny introvert, but anyway, you get the idea. There's no ads. I do run ads now. In fact, I have run an agency myself, so I have run ads historically, but you don't need any of that for this stuff. It's really just about getting in the trenches, getting your feet wet, and then building out those other complexities to your business as you go through this. And especially once you've got that confidence of building out, being able to sell, that's pretty cool. So you really do just need to hustle it out for the first part of your business. And like I say, it really just does start to build upon that after that point. Right. So if you guys are interested, like I say, there is a case study. You just need to go to jgcall.com. It is free to check out. The case study is free. There is an option to book a call with myself. I've already gone through the numbers if you're interested in learning more about my coaching and perhaps how I can help you out. And if you are interested in that, I do have some pretty cool pathways in order to help you guys out and I guess propel your business forward as quickly as possible. I've had students come in that have made their first high ticket sale within 3 weeks. So that could be you if you're interested, if you're an action taker, if you're prepared to invest in yourself, if you're coachable, and if you're a badass. So if you tick all those boxes, then I'd love to chat. Anyway, my name is Jamie. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and hopefully you got some value out of this. Smash that like button, drop a comment, let me know if you've got any questions, and look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.